This past April, we spent a weekend over in Illinois with Chris Brackett and Brackett Outdoors and the Fear No Evil team. And we're learning all about how to videotape and how the outdoor industry works. And so this is a few weeks right before opening turkey weekend. All right, so it's the second day of turkey season. The first day we weren't able to get out, right? And so the second night, me and a friend named Dustin go out to one of his spots, and we're pumped about this. He's been watching birds the last week out there, and it was just my turn to go out and videotape. And we ended up going out there, getting out there a little late, and there was turkeys already in the field. So the last week, he scouted and watched them all go into the south end of that woods. So we worked our way around to the south end and sat right on the edge of the CRP field. And we knew the birds were going to be coming down, but we didn't know when. So we sat up, he went out there, crawled out there, got a decoy set up. All right, the crazy thing is 20 minutes later, these two hens come in, and they're kind of around the decoy, and they're kind of feeding here and there, and I'm kind of catching them at the camera here between Dustin, and then the birds are out there, so I'm trying to capture all this. And I couldn't see the decoy because there was a big pile of brush. So the hens walk off later in the woods, and they're back there, and like this 30 minutes goes by, and I'm like, man, if these toms come in and they start attacking this decoy, I'm not going to be able to get good footage of them, or let alone killing a bird on it, get footage of killing a bird on this. And so he decides to So we make the decision. He's gonna try knocking these brush down in front of us, and they're just a big thing of thorn bushes. And so he leaves the gun, and so I'm like 3 foot away from the gun, and then he starts rolling over these bushes. And as soon as he rolled over, the crazy thing was, he rolled over, he gets like half a turn, gets these down, and he comes face to face with 3 toms at like 10 feet. It's the craziest thing. I had no idea where they come from. It's all real thick around us, and the CRP field is thick, and he gets, but the funny thing is the toms did not see him. So he's out here at like 10 feet in front of me. The birds are 10 feet in front of him. The shotgun's in between us at like 3 feet between us, and we don't know what to do. So they start strutting their stuff around this decoy, and we're just sitting here like, oh my gosh, we just ruined it. It's over. So he's looking back at me and he's like, "Do you got your license? You got your license?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I got it. And he's like, "Shoot one, shoot one." So I grabbed the gun and I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" Because I was just supposed to be out and videotaping, and I was like, "Yes, I got my license." He's like, "Just shoot one." So I get this camera up, and I'm on the tripod with the camera, right? And so I'm grabbing the gun. I'm trying to get this thing up here, and I'm trying to get good footage of them the whole time. So they're strutting their stuff, and they're poofing up, and they're coming down, and they're just strutting all around, and this is the coolest thing. So I finally get in, zoom in on this one bird, and they're starting to intertwine, cross, and it was the craziest thing. And then he's like looking at me, he's like, "Don't shoot two, don't shoot two." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm not gonna shoot two." So we're sitting here arguing, right, in the middle of the field, while these birds are like 20 feet in front of us. And then I finally just ended up zooming in on this one bird, and these other two kind of walked off. And so I just zoom in real close on this one, and I'm just move my hand from the camera here, and just boom, that bird goes down, right? And so the other two just explode out of the field. And the funny thing is like, seriously, maybe 6 seconds later, they come running back and attacking this bird that's down, spurring it, hitting it with their wings, and just attacking this bird. So we're just kind of looking at it, and all we're just like, what? Forgetting that he wants to shoot one too, and I'm trying to get him the videotape. So he finally comes over and grabs the gun from me, and the birds are all just attacking this one, and it's going crazy. And so we finally get on this one bird, but there's this tree in the way, and I'm like, no, there's a tree in the way. And I'm just like, not yet. And we're sitting here trying to communicate to get this one bird down. And by then, my bird's all the way down, and we're trying to get this one. And this tree's in the way, and I'm just like, not yet. And so I just said, screw it. I'm going to pick up this tripod. So I fold the tripod legs in and pick the camera up and completely stand up. So I'm completely standing up. He's kneeling down right here, and I finally get on this bird, and I'm just like, all right, I'm on it. And then he eventually Which one? Hold on, hold on. All right, shoot him. Awesome, man.
Well, here it is, the second day of turkey season, evening, and we seen a good group of birds on the way in. We had to make up a plan. We backed our way out, made a big circle, came up the backside, and we knew the birds were somewhere still in the pasture over the hill. We weren't quite sure, so I belly crawled out. We set up our two decoys, a Jake and a hen. We got the film rolling, we got set up, and two hens come through. It wasn't 2 minutes. And we knew the toms were back there somewhere, we just didn't know where. And we sat for about another half hour, and we decided that the briars in front of us weren't going to make for good footage, so I decided, probably a rookie move, I crawled out to the briars and I was going to roll over them. And I think I got one roll into it, and I came face to face with 3 toms, probably 15 feet away. I couldn't believe it. So with the little non-verbal communication, you can see from the footage that we ended up knocking 2 birds down. It was crazy. It was within the first hour of my turkey season, and now we're both tagged out. So.
Good job, man.
So
awesome.
we're happy.
Yeah.
We couldn't be happier. So now we're gonna go get them tagged out, and now we get to get behind the camera and film our buddy shooting birds. We're done for.
So it's probably the coolest hunt that I've ever been on, and I'm really thankful that Dustin took me out and I was able to harvest the bird and something else. We love the sport. Thanks for watching.